Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Josh, I'm from Kane Productions, and today I'm going to be doing a video on Firewall Zero Hour, a game in VR on the PlayStation. Firewall Zero Hour feels like a watered down version of Call of Duty, and that's not a complaint either. This game is filled with customization, and as someone who literally could care less about character customization in any game I played, I found myself truly enjoying the different looks my character could have and the customizations of the gun. The different skins on your gun make it literally feel like a new weapon. When you're holding the aim controller and looking around, it feels realistic. As weird as it may sound, it's just so immersive. The games are short and there are only 8 players per match, but they use the map space really well. I mean, it makes each location feel almost real. Although the game may not look like a 1080p masterpiece, the immersion you feel in this game from its motion tracking and team building makes you not notice it really past the lobby. I mean, you really got the adrenaline pumping through your blood when you're playing these games. Moments like what you're watching right now really make the game feel all the better because when you're in a room with 4 of your teammates and there's 4 other enemies like all forcing their way into the room, and you got people going down left, right, and center, you actually get sucked into the game like no other game. You think you can get sucked into a game playing with a controller looking at a flat a TV screen. No, this is unreal. This really sucks you in. I mean, it's hard to believe this is real. The fact that you can buy this now and play this in your room, it's pretty incredible. I mean, this is exactly what I imagined when I was a kid. But the technology that I'm using is the lowest grade technology. I mean, we all know the PlayStation VR is, it's pretty, like, although, yeah, VR is new in a sense, it's the retro one of them. It uses kind of the lowest hardware for the most part of all the other ones. I mean, the Vive is astounding, and I mean, the evolution of VR is getting really, really good. You can go to all these other arcades and stuff and pay to do these virtual reality games where you put on like gear and you actually get to walk around and play in virtual environments with your friends. I mean, it's crazy to imagine where VR is going to be in 10 more years. I highly recommend anybody get this game. Now, don't get me wrong, this game isn't perfect, and of course I'm only talking about how great it is because it's virtual reality, and how can we not be just constantly in awe at the games we play in virtual reality when it's something we've all wanted since we were a kid. But this game, my criticisms are very, very simple. This game functions great for the most part. It's awesome. My only issue with it is the lack of game modes. There's only one game mode. You go into the public games and you queue up in the PvP, and you can only play these kind of search and destroy matches where you're going, it's 4v4, and you're either the attacker or defender. I think the only way to make this game great, any better than what it is, and it's very simple. It wouldn't be that hard for the developers to implement. It would be to add 2 simple game modes, and that would be Team Deathmatch and Free For All, because that gives other people kind of opportunity to play different kind of styles. Yeah, this game is about talking to each other, but listen, you don't have to get rid of that. You can still have the speaking thing in the Free For All matches, especially because you can have it. As they have it now, the enemy team, when they get so close, if you're talking, you can hear them. But if they're not within that range, you can't hear them. So in free-for-all, that would work awesome. That really would be great. And it would especially put an end to the annoying kind of microphone music going on, because they'd be always giving their location away. But besides that, this game is great. The only thing is you sit in these lobbies to play a match. You need 8 players. You're either attacking or defending. And they're only like 5-minute matches at most. And you're usually looking for players for a couple minutes. This is 70% lobby game, 30% playing the game, but that 30% is incredible. And when you're in the lobby talking to people, you actually get to kind of have a weird, different kind of experience than ever, because everybody's got a microphone built into their headsets. Therefore, by default, we all have to talk back unless you're really going to be antisocial. But you get to actually kind of build a nice little team, and when you're playing multiple games together, you get good and you learn tactics, and you're doing. I worked one game where we were like literally piling in like a SWAT team, and it was great. And I worked another team where we all just like split up. But it's a great game. It really is awesome. But they need to add more game modes, and I think by adding those 2 game modes, I don't think it would really cause any issues with the load times either, because I feel like at the end of the day, this game struggles with its load screens only because it has this one type of game mode where you're constantly playing it and you're grinding that to level up. you can get up to level 50, and there's all these guns, and you gotta buy them, and all these customizations and equipment and stuff like that, and it's so cool. But playing the one game mode over and over again, it can feel like a grind. And this game's got lots of maps. It's got lots to offer. It's got so much. Like, this is really one of the best games I've ever played in my life, and also in VR. And that's mainly because it's a true experience. It's not just a game. It really feels like an experience. But it just, to me, it just seems like the only way to make this game a little bit better is to add some more game modes, something more to do. Because especially for people who like to grind the game, playing a team deathmatch or a free-for-all would give an opportunity to get that experience. And I mean, you die in this game a lot. You really do. And you die and you're out of the game for the game. And then you gotta wait for a load screen, go to the lobby, do it all again. But if you had a team deathmatch or free-for-all where you didn't die and disappear, you could utilize that 4v4 kind of aspect, that 8 players, and you can really make it feel like it's not just 8 players. I mean, already it doesn't necessarily feel like 8 players is small. 4 people versus 4 people seems like the perfect size for all these maps. But if it was 1 versus 7, you know, you're going to be against 7 players, it's going to be awesome. It really would be a great experience. I mean, holding this gun, looking down at that red sight, and shooting at that dude in there, it's weird. Like, it feels incredibly real. Yeah, the tracking looks a bit odd. It's a little shaky. The game's pixelated. But, dude, you are literally in a 3D environment, holding a 3D object that looks like what you're thinking it is, and it's working like what it's supposed to, and it's just awesome. It's freaking awesome. So if I was going to compare this game to some other games to kind of get you to understand what the experience of playing this is like, I would say this is playing Call of Duty Search and Destroy with like Black Ops 1 kind of mechanics and feel to it, and art style almost. That's what it feels like to me, at least. And it's crossed over with real life playing paintball. It's awesome. It's really great. It's hard to criticize a game that's kind of, as easy as it may sound, it's revolutionary that this game is out on the PlayStation. I mean, this is all we have of this class of game, and it's awesome. It's really awesome, and it really shows a great example of what's to come in the future. And I mean, if this is the alpha of future VR shooter games, this is pretty awesome anyways. So do I recommend you get this? Hell yes, I recommend you get this. But I also recommend that you also, whenever possible, try and get a conversation going with your fellow players on the environment and whether or not we can see if the developers could potentially implement a free-for-all or team deathmatch or both or other game modes into this game. I don't think it would be too difficult. I don't think it would have a negative impact on this game at all, or the wait times. I think that it would make this game feel a lot more alive to be able to play a 5-minute game of free-for-all instead of, you know, coming into a 1-minute game of like search and destroy style play where you die over and over again and just get into lobbies and people leave and come back and you get in and you die again right away. So this game is awesome, highly recommended. But guys, also if you enjoyed this video, I'd highly recommend you give the video a like. Go ahead and comment your feelings about this game and what you would like to see in it as well. And you know, do you have other game modes you'd like to see? Let me know. Do you have experiences? Let me know with this game. But besides that, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a long time since me and Clay have uploaded, but we plan on getting back into it. We've been talking about it for a while, and we're finally making the move. So hopefully you guys are on board with hopping back, I guess, on board this ship. And we'll see you next time. So I'll leave you with this last bit of footage. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. See you next time.
Firewall is down. Laptop coordinates are live. Multiple hostiles incoming. Time to earn your keep. Hostile down. Friendly down. 2 remaining. You're on your own. Fortune favors the brave. They found the laptop. We're being hacked. Eliminate all hostiles and block the data transfer. Hostile down. 2 remaining.
Unlucky though.
Hostile transfer complete.
It's nearly quick and reload.